Ba-da. Howdy, y'all. Hello, it's Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. Got my hat on so I don't have to squint at the camera against the setting sun. Welcome to another Wednesday night Sacred Pipe Ceremony. We are here on the banks of the Cedar River. Let me turn the camera around to show you this beautiful, lovely little magical spot. This is where we are to do our ceremony. The beautiful Cedar River in Renton, Washington. So once I set sacred space, this will be where you are with me, sitting in circle on the river. How cool is that? So, there we go. Hello and welcome. Welcome again. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. I'm kind of reminiscing about my past when I was a teenager in high school and college. I wanted to be a country singer. So, got me cowboy hat. Actually, the first song I ever wrote was called The Teenage Urban Cowboy Blues. I live through life with people who say that I am strange, just because I'm different and 'cause I'll never change. They just don't understand me, and that's what makes me blue. I'm just a lonesome cowboy who is trying to get through these teenage urban cowboy blues. I wear boots instead of shoes. It ain't easy, win or lose, to sing these teenage urban cowboy blues. So, that was the very first song I wrote when I was like 18. And I did it. And the incredible heat and of Minnesota in the summertime. People always think Minnesota is like freezing cold year round. But actually, it was the summers I needed to get away from when I moved out here to Washington. Because the summers are so hot and so humid. You would go to bed at night and it would be like 90 some degrees. And when you'd get up in the morning and go outside, it was like walking through pea soup or something. But that didn't, I still wore my Western shirts all summer long, wore my cowboy boots all summer long. Had no air conditioning in my truck. Yes, I did have a pickup truck. Yeah, it's interesting how our dreams change. I wanted so badly to be a country singer. And the funny thing is, so now I have that experience, nothing is ever wasted. So I have that experience in my utility belt, per se, and I still love to sing. I bring music and singing into my ceremonies, and I actually get spirit songs from my guides, which is always a treat. And I still tend to like the twang. I actually, when I was a teenager, I started listening to country music. Didn't realize I was going to be a shaman talking about cowboys and stuff, huh? I started listening to country music because of the Dukes of Hazzard. That was my favorite show. And they listened to country music on there. So I started listening to country, and it was like there was something about the music, the more acoustic instrumentation, etc., that really called to me. And I'm setting up my little altar here as I'm talking. That's what I'm bustling around doing. But it was like there was something about it that called to me. And then I wanted to become a singer. Started writing songs, so I've got experience writing songs and poetry, which aids me in my shamanic work. And as I realized later, at the time, country music seemed like the goal. It seemed like where I was headed. And then I still remember the very first time I heard Lorena McKennick, who does a lot of traditional Celtic sounds and Turkish sounds, like all the acoustic original instruments and stuff. And it was like, oh my God, this is the music I've been waiting for. It was like country music, bluegrass music was like the closest thing in my realm, a reality at the time in the 70s and early 80s, to Celtic music. There wasn't a lot out there, and this little Catholic boy from Minnesota didn't have access to, there was no internet. I didn't have a lot of access to such things. So country music came along and filled that role until I discovered like Celtic music and more traditional music, and it was like it was the lighthouse. It's like I was headed toward this lighthouse, and I came around the bend, and there was another lighthouse, which was actually my destination. So that's just an interesting little tidbit you may or may not have known about me. I just thought it funny to be here years later doing my shamanic thing and wearing a cowboy hat. Well, it's not technically a cowboy hat, I guess, but closest thing. So, all of that aside, thank you for your patience listening to me babble. I still need to do something else. So, we are going to do the sacred pipe ceremony. You're like, who is this cowboy shaman dude? We are going to do a sacred pipe ceremony tonight. And I started doing this at the beginning of the pandemic as a way to help give people a moment in their week to let go of the, all the stuff going on in the world, the pandemic, etc., etc. So I've been doing this for over 2 years now, and I so enjoy it, and this is the most sacred ceremony that I know of, and I have been on a spiritual path literally since I was born, or before that. And so traditionally, becoming a pipe carrier is it's a vocation, just like being a shaman is a vocation. It's not you who decide to do it. You are called by the spirits. And it's kind of that choiceless choice. I mean, you can say no, you have free will. But I was just going to say, but your life will get harder if you don't answer yes, if you don't answer the spirits. And all of a sudden I was realizing I don't know that that's true. Your life will get hard either way. But if you say yes to being a shaman, or yes to being the pipe carrier, if that's what you're called to do, then that medicine carries you through the rough spots. It gives you the tools in order to navigate. So anyway, so it is a vocation. I'm not sure why I was telling you that, but okay. So the first thing we're going to do, tell you what I'm going to do. Doing ceremony, we want to make sure that we put ourselves into a safe and sacred container, energetic container, to do our sacred work. And what it does basically is calls in the spirits, calls in the elements to hold this higher frequency sphere around us, so that we can let down our own guards, our own barriers, and open up to spirit. Because it's only through surrender, through openness, that we raise our frequency, that we answer our prayers, etc. So I'm going to drum and call in the spirits to hold that sacred space around us. And when I do so, because there is no time and space in a quantum universe, this circle of higher frequency light and love is around you as well. Basically, you will be here on the bank of the river with me. So here we go. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Bless us with your love and your light. Thank you. Oh, lovely. I love that feeling of being in sacred space, of being surrounded and held by the spirits. You might have noticed me smiling at one point. It's like when you're doing this, and you've been doing this for as long as I have, when you feel the spirits coming in, answering your call, and it's so wonderful when they answer that call, when you feel them arrive. Awesome. All right. There we go. So, if you have never been to a pipe ceremony before, I will do a little tutorial. There are all kinds of different pipe ceremonies depending on what tradition, who's doing them, or whatever. But the tradition I was taught comes from the Lakota people in the plains. And the story goes that the pipe was brought to the Lakota people 19 generations ago by White Buffalo Catwoman. She was a holy being that brought the pipe along with a total of seven sacred ceremonies, that the pipe was the center of all of them. And the bowl is the divine feminine, and the stem is the divine masculine. So when we put them together, we are invoking all of creation, the entire cosmos, light and dark, hard and soft, all those seeming dualities in one. And so the pipe is church. The pipe is basically a mobile altar, and we keep it separate because when we put it together, it's that powerful. When I put the pipe together, that's what awakens the spirit of my pipe. That's what calls in the ancestors, etc. And so when I put the pipe together, until I take it apart, is like one giant prayer. So once I put it together, be mindful of your thoughts. Think your best, highest thoughts, your best, highest dreams, your biggest, bestest desires, your biggest, bestest prayers, because it opens a channel straight to Creator. No waiting. 2 lanes, no waiting. Goes directly to Creator, and so the power of the pipe is huge. And so what this is going to look like, the first thing I'm going to do is light some sage in order to smudge myself and everything on my altar, including the pipe. And then I'm going to say a prayer asking permission to smoke here at this place and this time. And then I am going to put 4 pinches of tobacco into the bowl, and you will hear the prayers I say during that part. Once I do that, I have a song I sing. White Buffalo Calf Woman, who I just mentioned, she has been a guiding spirit of mine for many, many years. And she gave me a song to sing before each pipe ceremony that I facilitate. So I would sing that song at that point. And then what? Then I will light the pipe. Sorry, I spaced out momentarily. And I will light the pipe, and I will offer prayer, breath blessings to the 4 directions, to Father Sky, to Mother Earth, to all my relations, then to Creator. And then I will pause for a moment in silent prayer with the stem to my forehead and the bowl to my heart. Then I will come back, I will relight the pipe, and the first thing I'm going to do is take a great big puff and blow it straight at my camera. And like I said, in the holographic universe, there is no time and space. So that is a blessing coming from my heart through the tobacco smoke, which carries our prayers through my camera, through whatever device you're watching this on, to your heart. Then I will continue to blow breath blessings to different intentions, some of my own, some that people have asked me to pray for. And then once we're done, I will say another prayer, I will sing another song, and I will take the pipe apart. And then we will talk for a little bit longer probably. I have no idea what I'm going to say yet, but the spirits will let me know. So, one last drink of chai. Hopefully I can lose the hat soon. The sun is almost down. All right. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All my guides and guardians, watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shaunadisi, Majakiwis, and Wabus, there is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers, all my relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo calf woman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We thank you for our lives. We thank you for the winds of change, the cleansing waters, the expansive sky, this beautiful, beautiful earth. Thank you for our lives here. Thank you for your guidance, for holding us in your love unconditionally, without judgment, and without fail. Thank you for everything. Aho. Ihi-la-ihi-o. 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 Yeah, I need another layer. It's getting chilly out here with that wind. Oh wow. I don't know if you heard the eagles. At one point, oh, there they were again. There's a pair of eagles that nests not too far from here, just kind of across the road. And a lot of times they'll come, there's a tree, this tall tree right across the river, and they'll come and they'll sit there while I'm doing pipe. So magical, so magical. What was I gonna say? Oh, and so at the beginning of ceremony, when I'm calling in Wabin, Shanadisi, Wabin is eagle. And so the para-eagles here that I interact with, I've named them Wabin and Mewian. So, and so just a reminder, life is meant to be play. Life is meant to be fun. Oscar Wilde once said, life is too serious to be taken, life is too important to be taken seriously. And there's so many quotes. There was one I saw just the other day, someone posted that, you know, the waters aren't serious, the winds aren't serious, the trees, they all laugh in their own ways. Don't take life too seriously. And even the spiritual path, we tend to get solemn, we get serious, we have to grow, we have to change, we have to evolve. The thing is, you're already whole, you're already healed. It's a matter of claiming it. We come into this life, we are, like they say, we're spirits having a human experience. So you're already spirit, you are already whole, you are already a high frequency. It's just a matter of claiming it, of letting go of the heaviness, of all the things that hold you down. Granted, it is the darkness, the heaviness, the hardness that gives us impetus to grow, to change, because otherwise we would just stick in the status quo. There'd be no reason to change, right? So it's the discomfort that goads us on to change, to find what feels better, right? You're always reaching for what feels better, right? That's not heavy, that is lightness, that is claiming the light that you are. I was just talking to a friend of mine yesterday, Patty, who lives out in South Dakota, and she is the one person on the planet that I know that has an inner puppy that is just as vibrant as mine, and just talking with her reminds me to play. It's like looking at the world through the eyes of a child, looking through the eyes of wonder. It's the Zen mind, beginner's mind, you know, like the story I've told before about there was this place, someplace where a truck got stuck halfway. It went under a bridge that was too low for it, got stuck halfway through, and so they called in the city, they called in all the officials, all the engineers, trying to figure out what they were going to do to get this truck unstuck. And they're like, well, there's this theory and that theory, and, you know, trying to figure out officially what's the best thing to do. Meanwhile, some 5 or 6 year old kid comes riding by on a bicycle and says, well, why don't you just let the air out of the tires? We get so caught into what we're supposed to be doing, what the spiritual path is supposed to look like. You are your spiritual path. You and no one else can tell you what you're meant to do in this lifetime. And it's you know, I've been working a lot with possum lately. And possum medicine is about realizing that we are the actors. You know, like Possum playing dead. If he believes his own play, he's not going to get up, he's going to starve, he's going to die. But he realizes that he's faking, that he's acting. That he is the actor, not the character he plays. You are the spirit acting as a physical body. And so you are beholden to no one. There is nothing that can hold you. You are beyond reproach. You are beyond limits. Anything is possible. And so when we realize that, we can go off script. We can start improvising. We can start doing things that make people think we're crazy, right? But I would challenge you to find one person who has changed the world without accessing their imagination, without finding a different perspective to see things, without playing in their mind with possibilities. Wow, my hair is really a mess. I forget what I look like until I'm doing these videos. Like, but it's there are solemn things, there are horrible things, there are horrendous tragedies in the world. I am not denying that. But ultimately, We are spirit, and that is where we're headed back to. This world is temporary. Everything in it is temporary. You're the only permanent thing in your world. And that permanence, the spirit of who you are, will live long beyond this world. So ultimately, there is nothing to fear. And when you realize that you're the actor, not the character, then just like Possum, who is immune to venom and poison, and I heard that, I think it's like, it takes like 80 rattlesnake bites before a possum will start to feel it. And part of the lesson there is that when you're in the world, not of the world, nothing of the world can hold you down, at least for very long. When we claim our own divine light, when we claim that love that is our essence, there's nothing that can harm you. There is nothing that can stand against you. Things might still get rough. Like I said, I've been going through the past week or two, I've been going through my own initiation, my own dark night of the soul. But what helps to allow me to do that is the remembrance that of who I truly am, that any trials of this life are temporary, and that each challenge, each obstacle is just part of the path. It's there to help me grow stronger. And so again, it becomes adventure. Oh, okay, how am I going to come through this? And who am I going to be on the other side of this challenge? And you can even, like I said earlier, there is no space and time. You can connect with that self of yours who lives on the other side of whatever challenge you are going through. You can connect with that being of yours, and that way, number one, you can feel what it feels like on the other side, when that feeling of relief, like it's all sorted out. You get to feel that feeling. You also, once you anchor yourself in that reality where everything does work out, then everything else is just the adventure of getting there. You're guaranteed to get through it. You're guaranteed to get to the other side. I do that a lot, especially when I was going through a long period of being visited by a crow. When I went through a long period of panic attacks and anxiety and everything, I was like, every other day I was going to the doctor to make sure my heart was okay and check my blood pressure and all that kind of stuff. And every time I would go to the doctor, I would first check in to myself on the other side of that appointment, feel it with my heart, and I would feel the relief, like, okay, there's nothing wrong with me. I would still go to the doctor, but I had that sense of relief already before I went, and so it made it that much easier going through it, because I knew I would come through it. Whatever you're going through, whatever challenges are presenting themselves right now, you are greater than any challenge that you can face. And the challenge would not be there if you didn't have the means to get through it. Because the one thing about the universe is it's about frequency. And if you're at a frequency where there's a challenge, that challenge is arising to help you leap to the higher frequency where you're headed. I think I said that correctly. But again, play. Go toward the joy. Whatever makes your heart dance, whatever makes your heart sing. If you have a choice And one choice feels lighter, makes your heart sing, makes your heart feel a little bit lighter than the other choice, go toward the light. Go toward the way that feels happy, you know. And even, I mean, I always think of like the Dalai Lama, who is probably the most enlightened being on the planet, and he can't go 5 minutes without laughing. It's like re-engaging that childlike mindset, looking at the world like a child and seeing the wonder, seeing the connection, seeing things in a way that we are trained out of, right? So one thing my friend Patty said yesterday to me, she was talking about Elizabeth Browning, a poem she wrote. I don't know the poem exactly, but the phrase she used was that the earth is crammed with heaven. And like Dr. Wayne Dyer says, you'll see it when you believe it. Be a believer. Trust that the world, the universe conspires in your favor. That everything that happens, not that, oh God, you know, God knows what I can handle, so he's not going to give me too much. The things that come into your life are there for a reason, for a purpose, to help you grow. And gratefully, I've never had anything that terribly, terribly horrendous, but sometimes the things that people go through to find the light can be horrendous, can be dark, heavy. The thing is, at the core of every person is that divine light that can never, ever be extinguished, no matter how hard, no matter how heavy, no matter how dark life gets. That light within you can never go out. It is a part of God, divine, creator, goddess, whatever you want to call it. You are eternal. You are the actor playing this part. Your life is a sitcom or a romantic comedy or a drama or whatever, but nothing of this world is permanent. Nothing of this world is truly real. It is all an illusion on some level. Like the Course in Miracles says, nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. If it can be threatened, if it can be taken away, if it's temporary, then it's not true. You are the main truth of your own life, and that will get you through everything. You've already won. You've already achieved it. You're already it. It's just a matter of shedding the clothes, the cloaks of hardness and darkness and heaviness that have been taught into you so that you can allow that light to come forth. So, aho. All right, so I am going to release those spirits that have been holding space for us so lovingly, and remember that I'm here to help. I'm here to support you. This is my full-time job. Visit my website at perchingwolfstudios.net and check out the different shamanic services I offer, healings, soul retrievals, readings, etc., to see what might resonate with you. But I'm here to help support you. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sharing this video. Feel free to tag people in the comments if you think this might help others. But it is truly my honor and my privilege to be able to share this with you. And if you're interested, if you are in the Seattle area, every Sunday from 11 to noon at Stargazer's Metaphysical Gallery in Bellevue, we do an in-person pipe ceremonies. So if you're local, you want to experience this in person, you're invited. It's free. Come join us. And I think that is it. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me by watching these, by sharing these videos. Yeah, I love you. I am so grateful for you. All right. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done, but you are always welcome in our circles. All right, my friends, come back, see me again next week, same bat time, same bat channel. We'll meet here on the river if it's not raining, or in my office if it is. But we will be here again next Wednesday. Invite your friends. And until I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. A wonderful week. Go shining. All right. Bye, everybody.